Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today's discussion will be about one that has explicit information within it pertaining to this other realm. But before I get into that type of content, I want to set the scene of what initially happened before I even went into that other realm. So I was asleep and I stayed within the body, and I was remote viewing from my current body, and I saw, another country, another beach, beautiful beach, and people out there enjoying the day. So I didn't really, you know, connect with anything out there. I was just remote viewing, just watching, and got pretty bored real quick. Now, from that moment, I did leave the body and I went into a whole nother realm. So in this realm, I went into, I was a college professor, and within this realm, we are human looking individuals, and but we also are dragons. Okay, this timeline, that realm, we are humans, but we are dragons. Don't get it confused with human hybrid reptilians. We were human dragons. Okay, so we can go from human to dragon really quick. So, I was a college professor, and I had about 10 to 11 kids, college kids, in a classroom, and I was teaching them how to go from human to dragon. Now, that was the whole course of study, how to move from human looking to dragon. Now, when we go into dragon form, depending on your genetics, will determine, will you be standing upright or will you be on all fours. So, in my dragon form, before I go into that form, let me just say, so I called upon a kid in the classroom, and there's, white, black, all kinds of mixed kids within my classroom. So I called upon this one kid, and I asked him to go into his form, his dragon form. And he had very difficult tries to go into it. It just wouldn't. He just couldn't make that transition from dragon. From human to dragon. He did. His eyes did change. His skin started to shift, but he could not. He did also manage to hover off the ground a few inches. Now, we dragons do have wings, and like I said, not to get them confused for Draco reptilians, they do not have our particular strand of DNA. Um, they can look similar to what we can go into as angelic dragons, but they are not from our they are not from our realm. They do not have our particular genetics. Um, so anyway, so I showed him. He had quite difficulties in transforming to a dragon. So I showed him just how easy it is to go from human to a dragon. Now, when I go into dragon form, I have to control my size because I can get extremely huge in dragon form. So, just because I was in a classroom, I had to control the size. And when I go into dragon form, I do have wings. I do go on all four as that dragon. Now, in other past lives, I'm an upright dragon, and I've been a red dragon in a past life. So I go into my dragon form. I control the size of it, and just to show him just how easy it is to go from a human to dragon. Now, as I do this, uh, two people come in from another door within that classroom, and both Caucasian, blonde head, and very well dressed. I can tell that they um, was on the rich side and had no business being in that particular realm. I think they came in, they portaled in from another realm, another time. So when they both open the door and come in to my classroom, I'm already on all fours and I'm in dragon form. Now, this particular female, now she looked like she worked out, had a very good fit body to her, and she immediately transformed from human to werewolf. So, as I see this, as I see her transform, now the other guy, he's well dressed, GQ looking guy, blonde hair, slick back, and he did not transform. It was her that transformed. So I shape shifted I went from my dragon form to my werewolf form. And I never mentioned that I've been a werewolf as well in the past lives. Now, the first time that I knew that I was a werewolf, that my genetics also, spiritual genetics, had a werewolf, was when I was at the age of 14. Now I'll get back to this classroom setting, but let me go into this story as well, so you guys can understand that as spiritual beings, we incarnate as many different beings throughout the galaxy. So I was 14 years old here in this time, a young guy, and I went into a realm. Um, it wasn't Sirius B. I was at. It was not the Dog Star I went, but it was another realm where werewolves also exist. Now, off in the setting, some distance from me, I heard this werewolf howling, and it triggered me to transform. So I went from a kid to huge werewolf, and then I started howling, and with that howling, aggression took over. So I had a lot of aggression, and I couldn't wait to. I saw him, and I can pick up his scent even from far away, and I really wanted to get at him to fight him, for dominance. So, and even in this lifetime, I consider myself a alpha male. I'm a nice guy, very respectable guy, with a big heart. But I take on, alpha male as well within my genetics here as a human man. So that's always been a part of me, even when I was little, I had certain dominance genetics within me, along with the big heart that I have. So, okay, let's get back to the classroom setting. So, she transformed, and I'm all in dragon form on all fours, and so I went from my dragon form to werewolf form, and we clashed. So, with that happening, you know, I showed dominance over her, and I bit her on the back of her neck so that she could, submit. And it wasn't to harm her, it was to get her to be submissive. And with that happening, when a male wolf encounters a female wolf, um, there will be aggression, but there will also be a dominant control over, you know, the female, because she wanted to test my not only the aggression but the genetics within my wolf strain, and see if I was a more suitable companion to mate with her. So once I bit her on the back of the neck, she quickly went into a submissive mode, and she transformed back from werewolf to a female. And at that time, she was ready, for sexual acts to happen. The whole reason why they was really there, um, they was there to obtain not just my genetic strain. They wanted the dragon strain mixed with their wolf. She wanted to create a offspring where those two genetics were compatible, and since I could give her that, that was the whole being of her being there, and they came in to obtain those genetics. Now, after that sexual dominance happened, I'm still in wolf form as I am performing, um, you know, mating with her. Now, I didn't give her what she want. I did mate. What I well, I didn't give her that part of me. We did sexual acts, and then I left because those that particular genetics, I felt like was not right for these people, and even in that wolf form that I was in, these acts of sexual encounters should only stay sexual, and you should be careful who you bring and give offsprings to. Um, but yeah, anyway, I wanted to give you guys that information. Now, there have been many encounters of that along the history of me going off into these realms. Now, some I remember, some I do not remember, but this particular one I did remember because it happened maybe a few. I want to say this morning. It happened this morning where I went off to another realm and had that experience. So I didn't want to go too graphic with you guys. I still want to keep it, respectful at the same time, but give you guys that information because I know we all go off into other realities and we do certain things, and sexual acts will happen in many type of forms. You guys might even have sexual encounters in your own human form, but if you have an encounter, like that, it's okay. It's nothing bad about going into another reality, having experience, because we are spiritual beings, and we have been many beings within our whole history of evolving as spiritual beings. So yes, there are werewolves, and there are dragons, there are reptilians, there are lyrans, cat people. You name it. You name it. Most of us have been. So, in this beautiful world that God has created throughout the cosmos, we have been many particular beings, and we will continue on even after our current form is no longer here. And the human race will always evolve and be more and elevate within these timelines, within our reality. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you want to hear more encounters like that, encourage me to put this information out. We all adults here, and just like I said, when I upload a video, this content is not going to be for our kids. Once I hit that button, it's for adults only, and I don't want to narrow these experience. I want to give you guys, because I'm not the only one that's having these type of experience, and I want to give you guys a place where you can feel comfortable with sharing your experience, no matter what it is. This is not just for me. This is just my channel. This is your channel as well, and I want you guys to feel comfortable with being able to talk about your experience. I know a lot of you guys have been through a lot, and if I can come out and share those experiences with you guys and give you the courage to do so as well, so you can see that it's okay. We are gonna always evolve. We're always gonna experience. So, and it's just like I said in the previous video, it's all experience. It's all experience. So, once again, I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. Have a good day.